I feel like we hit on this kind of a little bit all throughout. But the part I like is talking about evaluating the applicant, the backers, and key personnel for kind of these qualifications, if you will. So when we get to putting those in the rules versus informing people of it, I feel like you kind of find that throughout the rules, like that section. We've talked about all of that kind of here and there, but that's kind of what I mean when I say I like the way it's written, because I like asking it all like that. So ultimately it becomes the legal question of, is everything in that E bullet point number 2, is that sufficiently found within the rules that we have?
I think that's kind of almost redundant with what's being asked by section 1, qualifications of applicant. I mean, I think that's well covered.
I do too, and as well, in the rules and the way they have it under our draft rubric, it covers a lot of that. It's not saying it exactly how they're saying it, but it does cover.
And that was kind of that's where we started.
But this seems more detailed and more.
I think in a sense, if you ask them that, you would almost be giving them assistance with answering the merit qualification you've asked them for on 1, because you're going ahead and telling them, explain the training, explain all this. I mean,
and I guess that's probably why I say I like it.
Right.
Is because that's what I'm saying is we're already asking the same stuff.
Yeah.
I'm saying this would make more sense. If somebody comes in and says, what does this mean? I'm okay with helping them know that this is how we're looking at it. And partly I feel like it would give us a more consistent form of answer, so that when we are grading them,
sure,
it's not so much stylistically, because this kind of says, here's what I'm looking for, tell me exactly this in this format, versus just a really broad, have you done regulated industries?
And I think you could ask this question in the second bullet point of E without any problems based on the rules that are already in section 9.
And I guess, and if that's the case, my thought is, this part makes more sense to me, asking it the way Connecticut asks. Does that make sense?
Well, right, but these are not Connecticut's rules.
Yeah, that's their rubric. So.
This is their application.
And I guess, right, and I understand that part, and I'm probably not saying it well. What I'm saying is, I like the style and how they're asking it. And if we have the same basis for it in the rules, it's a formatting issue. In other words, instead of asking it how we've done up here and say, tell me about regulated industries, 10 points, I'd rather take that out and put it and phrase it like this.
So you want to take out back in section 9?
I don't want to take anything out of section 9. I'm more talking about the rubric, getting from the rules to the
okay.
Rubric. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, we can phrase anything you want to in the rubric. We can take section 9, everything that's here, and just as it was moved over into the Illinois rubric, it can be moved over into the Connecticut rubric.
My question is, why aren't we switching states? We started out with Hawaii, then went to Illinois, now we're going to Connecticut. You know, why aren't we?
We're just in Arkansas right now.
Right. But I mean,
take the best of each other.
The only thing I'm trying to get at is the clarity that I think, and that's why I'm not saying take this exact wording. It's more the style of it, to ask the same questions, in a manner that's a little
okay,
more
so you're just asking for style.
It's how it's laid out on the page versus the substance.
But you don't have an issue with how it's laid out in the rules right now?
No.
Okay.
I'm saying the rules are, that's my whole point, is
okay.
I think we're covered on the rules,
Okay,
in other words, if we took the Connecticut, if we took this whole thing and just said, we adopt that whole thing, I think even with what we did with the bonus point section and the discretionary points, I feel like we're covered in the rules, like section 9 now. I just like the way it shows up on the ultimate
so
page.
it sounds like you guys need, to your point, you guys need to have another vote on whether or not you want to adopt the Illinois rubric, keep the Illinois rubric, or you want to shift to the Connecticut. Is that where you're going?
Probably
Oh.
so. Well,
Oh, there's no reason, I think.
That's no reason to switch it.
I guess-
I understand what you're saying. You like some things about the style, but we have to create our own style, and you can use some of those things. I think you're looking more at the application and how we write our application, but we have almost everything covered, and when we get ready to write the application, we can be more detailed in describing that section like you want it to show. But
the only difference to that, yes. The only difference is how it's weighted. I like how, because we started with, when we got into, hey, let's use the Illinois, we got into Illinois on the style, but it's also the weight of everything. I'm not saying we have to use Connecticut's 500 points and 250 points, but I like how they broke down the weighting of the different categories. So I may not